What's going on, Husker Nation? Thank you so much for joining me today. I figured probably time to address the elephant in the room. We posted a little bit about it on my X account yesterday, which is scrolling there on the bottom now. So if you want to follow me and Justin on X, you can certainly do so. Those are our accounts. But I figured I wanted to, now that it's more public, I can confirm some things of the reports that it's time to address the Hardley Gilmore situation. So what we know right now, Hardley Gilmore is not on the team in the sense that he's not practicing, he's not participating, stuff like that. Cannot confirm if he's been kicked off the team or not. I would say it's probably trending that way, but I cannot confirm that. Only thing I can tell you is he is not with the team this week of spring practice. The reasons unless they go public, I'm probably not going to say anything. Not anything publicly, at least. If you can DM me on Twitter and I'll tell you the news and you can do with it what you will at that point. But I don't feel comfortable saying publicly what I've been told he has done because it is not a great thing. And unfortunately for Hardley, this is some baggage that he came to Nebraska with. This is not stemming from his arrest back in December, the day before he committed to Nebraska. I'm sorry, not the day before. It was the month before he committed to Nebraska, I believe. If you think back, and I believe it was Coach Rule, I may be wrong, it may have been Coach Holgerson. They were asked about Hardley Gilmore. And they're also asked about Marcus Davia, two guys that Nebraska brought in through the portal that they didn't really vet too much. I believe this was Coach Rule saying. He said when they brought in Marcos, they said he trusted the evaluation of Coach Holgerson, but this is Hardley Gilmore. He said they didn't know much about Hardley either. They trusted the evaluation of Dykeel Shorts, Nebraska's new wide receiver coach, who came from Kentucky. Now, back to his arrest in December. So according to the Lexington Herald-Leader, Gilmore was charged on December 7th with misdemeanor assault after allegedly punching someone in the face at a storage unit in downtown Lexington. There's still court proceedings, I believe, from the arrest. So he has not even been fully charged. Right now, he is innocent until proven guilty. Sorry, my cat was scratching there. But this is just, it shows you there's now becoming a pattern of behavior here. And that's where it gets concerning for me. When you don't vet players, and this is the problem with the portal, sometimes you don't have time to vet a player. Sometimes you're just going off of what you know. And in the portal process, it's not like the high school recruiting process. Typically, these guys are entering the portal and they already have a general idea of where they're going. They're following their coach, whether that be a position coach in this case, or their head coach. Other team has tampered with them and they've been talking to them, or their agent has been talking to them for weeks on end. And they already know they're going to that school. But you don't actually get to know the person like you do with high school recruits. Portal recruiting is like going on a speed date where you're at the tables, right? And there's 10, 15. I've never done speed dating, so this is based off the movies. Where there's 10 or 15 tables and there's women at each table, right? And then you just go around to each table and you get 10, 15 minutes. That's what recruiting is now like. When you're recruiting through the transfer portal, you have no time to get to know these people. You don't know really much about them. And this is the downside. Now, Nebraska hasn't had really any issues with guys under Matt Rule with behavioral things or anything. This is kind of the outlier incident. But the problem now is if Hardley Gilmore has been kicked off the team, which we don't know for sure. Right now, he's not with the team, but we don't know if he's not kicked off. If he is, getting Dane Key, getting Isaiah Hunter, and keeping Ja'Cory Barney are the three biggest offseason moves in that wide receiver room. Because really, those are the only guys that have proven a lick of anything at the power 4 level in that wide receiver room. Cortez Mills is coming in. Well, he's already here. Same with Isaiah Mosey. Quinn Clark is here. Keelan Smith. and then Demetrius Bell. Those are the 5 names I'm keeping my eye on for the rest of spring, if Hardley Gilmore's kicked off the team. Those 5 players are now all elevated up a spot on the depth chart. Some of them maybe still needed time to develop, or in Demetrius Bell's case, still time to heal. And now you're being thrusted potentially into a starting role or a key rotational piece in that wide receiver room. Now, what we've heard so far about Cortez Mills, absolute dog. I think he's probably going to have a better freshman year than Ja'Cory Barney. I think he is very ready for the collegiate level. Same thing goes for Isaiah Mosey. But here's the problem. While these guys are extremely talented, they have never played a college football game. Not one. They've gone through some mat drills, 6 or 7, maybe 8 spring practices. They haven't even had a spring scrimmage yet. That's your problem. And by the time the season rolls around, they'll have had summer conditioning and fall camp and had 4, 5, 6 scrimmages. And you got a big test out the gate week 1 against Cincinnati. You're putting a lot on 2 freshman receivers. That's including a guy like Quinn Clark, redshirt freshman, played no snaps last year, virtually no snaps. Keelan Smith played virtually no snaps. He played 5 or 10 snaps in the 2 or 3 games he saw, and it was all on mop-up duty against crappy teams like UTEP. He had 1 catch for 3 yards. Quinn Clark can be very good. Keelan Smith can be very good. Demetrius Bell can be very good. These are all guys with potential that we just don't know what we have. Same thing for Hardley Gilmore too, but the reports we are seeing about Gilmore was certified going to be a big-time impact player, probably 4th on the depth chart, which really, when there's 3 receiver spots, he's essentially a starter. It's an unfortunate situation. We just hope that, the big thing here too is we hope that, 1, he can figure it out, because there's now 2 incidents in less than 4.5 months. Yeah, he was arrested on December 7th. It's April 4th. So less than 4 months later, he's had 2 incidents now. One of them's an arrest. One of them, no charges have been filed, at least as of right now. So we hope, for Hardley's sake, from a human standpoint, forget the football side of it, from a human standpoint, we hope he's okay. And that's really all we can do. Hope he's okay. He has access to resources at the University of Nebraska that'll help him. But it's an unfortunate situation. And next man up, right? Unfortunately, that's in the football terms of it. It's next man up. So hopefully we have better news coming out of practice on Saturday. Nebraska landed not a commitment. I'm sorry. Woo. I mean, they did, but it's not public yet. They landed a big-time visit. They got a consensus 5-star coming in for the class of 2027 offensive tackle. Posted that on X, so go check it out. That's all I've got for today, though. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great weekend, everyone.